we're following a developing story out of Toronto. A massive fire has destroyed a church and the historic artifacts inside of it. Emergency officials received reports of a fire at St. Anne's Anglican Church in the city's West End just before 8 o'clock this morning. The 4-alarm fire destroyed the top of the church and broke several windows. No injuries have been reported. The church was built between 1907 and 1908. It was home to a number of paintings by prominent Canadian artists, including 3 members of the Group of 7. All of the art has been destroyed. And for more details on this, with me now is Toronto Deputy Fire Chief Jim Jessop. Chief, what's the latest you can tell us this hour?
Yeah, good afternoon and thank you. So approximately just before 8 o'clock this morning, Toronto Fire Service responded to the report of a fire at St. Anne's Anglican Church. Upon arrival, our crews were met with heavy flame and smoke. They tried to make entry to save as many artifacts as possible, but were driven back by the flames. The incident commander immediately switched to a defensive attack to protect the exposures, given the proximity and the densification in downtown Toronto. At the height of this fire, it was a 4th alarm fire. Right now, we've gained control of the fire. It is not under control. We are still dealing with hotspots, obviously. On behalf of Toronto Fire Service and Chief Pegg, again, we extend our sympathies to the community and to the residents of this neighborhood. This is a devastating loss. We have learned that this is one of the oldest churches, certainly in the city and the country, with artwork that actually on the inside was done by the Group of 7. So this is an incalculable loss for the community. We will be on scene for a number of days. The investigation into the origin, cause, and circumstances of this fire will commence later this afternoon and last a number of days with the Toronto Fire Investigations Division, the Toronto Police Service, and the Office of the Fire Marshal. But happy to report there were no injuries. Our crews did an absolutely outstanding job, given, as I said, the proximity to other buildings, given how deep-seated the fire was at the beginning. And again, we just want to extend our sympathies to the congregation and to the father. Just an absolutely devastating loss for this area.
This church is home to a historic piece of Canadian art, along with other significant paintings, as you mentioned. How bad are the damages? Are they destroyed?
Yes, the interior of the church is completely destroyed, unfortunately. We're doing our best to try and save some of the exterior walls and some of the facade of the building. The roof is caved in, and given the intensity of the fire, it's anticipated that all of the artifacts and the art, unfortunately, have been destroyed by the fire.
You mentioned that there is going to be an investigation into the cause. Is there anything that is pointing to a potential cause here?
No, at this point, it's way too early to speculate. So our investigators will arrive later this afternoon. As I said, we're still dealing with hotspots. The building is still off-gassing, and we're still dealing with, with smoke coming out. This investigation will last a number of days. We will need to bring in heavy equipment to make sure it is done safely, and it'll be done collaboratively with the Toronto Police and the Office of the Fire Marshal. But at this point, way too early to even speculate on the origin or the cause of the fire or the circumstances that led to how quickly it spread.
And with the building destroyed, with these significant art pieces destroyed, any idea at this time of a damage estimate?
Well, I was speaking with the father earlier, and certainly in the father's words, irreplaceable. When you have the dome and the artwork originally, painted by the Group of 7, I don't believe you can put a dollar value on that, and that's one of the most devastating things that I've seen. I've been to a lot of church fires in my career, but certainly the artifacts and the artwork, originally painted by the Group of 7, I don't think there can be a price put on that.
How is the father and the congregation doing? Have you had a chance to ask them about their feelings about this?
Yes, I spent a number of moments with the father and Councillor Bravo, the local city councillor. The father's, I have to tell you, I'm amazed. He's resilient. Obviously he's devastated, but at the same time, he is determined to rebuild. He is determined to continue the great services they provided this community, as is Councillor Bravo. And I have no doubt, speaking with the father for a few minutes, that they will rebuild with the help of the community, and they will continue their great work.
All right. Chief Jim Jessop, Deputy Fire Chief, thank you very much for your time today with this. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.